Hello everybody, Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber. Thanks for stopping by Gaming with Bill. Today we're going to be doing a demo of the Battle for Henderson Field, October 23rd to the 26th, 1942, Guadalcanal. This is in the Valiant Defense series that was designed by David Thompson. And then with permission, this one was David Thompson designed the series. This game was designed by Vince Cooper and published by DVG Games on a Kickstarter. And I'm going to give you a demo. I'm going to show you some things I'm doing a demo with the setup for the boot, which is the beginner level. And then I'm going to explain some things to you as we go along that make it even more interesting, harder, however you want to say in that. The setup is already done. This is the board. This is Henderson Field up here. Then we have three sectors, sector 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this sector is the southern Laguna perimeter. The sector here is the Mantanaco Low Bridge, and this is the Mantamaco River mouth up here in sector 1. Now what it allowed me to do with this setup was put 3 rifles counters. Show you the counter. 3 rifle counters in each sector, which I did. I put in them. These are the combat positions right here. With this, like this. These are Japanese positions over here. And then it gave me 14 points to buy more. And so what I did is I bought an anti-tank weapon and anti-tank team and put them in reserve up here in the river mouth. Because that, in the real life, this is where the tank come in because of the sandbar and that. And then over here I bought a machine gun team and put them into play right here. I couldn't put them into play because there was no active spots. They'll be moving into play relatively shortly. Then it allowed me to put out supply tokens, which we'll be using, and suppression tokens, which we'll be using. So each game has has 4 waves in it, and each wave has its own deck of cards. This deck is deck 1, and it is set up, and you'll see the cards. I'll make sure you get to see the cards. This will be ready for deck 1, okay? And then we have game cards. You'll be seeing these too. And also, the first thing that you could do if you wanted to upgrade, and a lot of people are more experienced. I'm more experienced than what I'm showing here, but there are fog of war cards. Okay, and you can shuffle 2 of them into here, or also if you can do, there's another option in the book to shuffle 1 in each wave card. So it's going to do some damage to either one of them, but you only do one or the other. That's the fog of war cards. Then we have some event cards. Okay, or boot cards they're called. No, the event cards. Okay, these are event cards, and they've got low ammo, and there's about, like, this is rookie. It's broke up. You would take the R's. If I was playing this one here, take the R's, shuffle them up, and I would draw 3. Now these event cards then stay in play for the entire game. Whatever's going, like this one here says, anytime you take the barrage action, gives you the rule number. Every time you roll a result of 1 on any die, you place a disrupted token on location 7 or 8 on Henderson Field. 7 or 8 are right here. That's artillery. Okay? Depending on which can you put a disruptor. Okay. How can you win, survive all four waves? Lose, have the Japanese advance into one of these sectors, or have all of the disruption mode and have this totally disrupted right here in Henderson Field. So that's the event cards. That can make it really dangerous, really dangerous. Now we're going to go, and then in the beginner phase, There's some more cards I'm going to show you as we go along. Beginner phase, we draw 5. Okay, now we only get to use 4 of them. I'm going to try to show you as best I can. And they have 2 sectors. You can use it was one action from either sector. I'll be showing you different things here just so you can see them. Okay. This is pretty much the same. So no, it's not quite the same. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to send supplies. Okay, and so we're going to send up to 6 supplies. I don't have 6 left. I only have some. I'm going to use that, send supplies, and that puts supplies that come in here. The Task Force 62 is bringing supplies into Guadalcanal here. So I'm going to put those 3 there that I have left there. And I use that one. Okay, then I'm going to use I'm going to use this one to ready a bomber. Now I have to put that bomber on 5, 11, or 12. Okay, let me get a bomber. Okay, I'll be moving along a little bit faster. Okay, bomber, 5, 11, or 12. So you look over here, and it says, okay, SBD bomber on 5. You can put it right there. Okay, so we use that one. And we use the first 2, so we got 2 more to use. Now this one here, we're going to ready a Wildcat. That's got to go on 4, 6, 9, or 14. 4, 6, 9, or 14. We're going to put it on 9, just so it's spread out a little bit. And we got 1 more to use. What do we want to do? I'll show you that a little bit later. So what we're going to do here is we're going to ready an anti-aircraft gun. And it's got to go on 15 or 16. 15 or 16. Let's put it on 15. So that's it. That's my 4 that I can use this time. Now, we're going to draw 3 of these wave cards. Now, there are other cards. There's ILA tactics cards that tells you different things than that. To make this even harder, you would draw 3, prior to doing this, you would draw 3 of these. And then they would stay in use until the next time we get to here. Then you would draw 3 more and discard those. So as you can see, there's a lot more to this. This is just the boot one. So then the first one, you can see the first one here. This says we want to enter 1 Bushi. I think I'm gonna better move the timeout that the counter's a little closer. Okay, so now we have to find out where is he going to enter at. There's this is sector 1, sector 2. This will be a 3 and 4. I'm going to use a D4 die. We're going to roll it, and it is a 3. So he's going to be coming into this sector right here. Okay, that's the entry. C, D, and E. Okay, so now we can use what's called the suppression with this machine gun up here because they actually have E, so they can actually see down there. So they're going to use it, but they got to pay a supply token. Okay, and they can use up to 3 suppression tokens. That's their on that 3. So we're going to use 3 suppression tokens. Okay, now his defense value is 5. Okay, so we're going to get to roll 3 dice one at a time. The reason you roll them one at a time because if you get a 1, you're out of ammo. Machine gun doesn't answer out of ammo anyway, in this one anyway. So anyway, here we go. 5 or better. And we missed on that one. And we got a 6. Okay. So now the bushies going to be taken out, but bushies get a save roll. Maybe this one don't. Time out. Oh yeah, I was looking in the wrong place. It is. It gets a 1 save roll. All right. So now because we're in the first wave, this save roll has to be a 1 or a 0. Okay. You ain't gonna get it. 1d6 needs a 1, and he got a 1, so he is saved. So he does not get eliminated. So there we go. Not off to a very good start there. Okay. So the second card we got another bushy. There, they are shuffled. All right, let's see where this bushy's going to go. This is going into 1. Let's get them. Put them up here in number 1. Now, if this anti-tank gun was down here, he could have a shot at that, but it's not down there yet. These rifles cannot shoot down there. So he's safe right there. All right, now this one here says we're going to bring in 1 infantry unit. So let's get an infantry unit. So you can see the infantry unit. Okay, let's see where this infantry unit's going to go. It's going down here. So now what this infantry unit is going to do is push this one up to here, and he's going to go in there. Now the infantry is eligible for suppression also, so we're going to try to suppress him, spending another supply token. And boy, I think we're going to use all 3 of them too, the suppressions. All right, it'll get more suppressions the next time to do it, but they're there. Okay, so we're going to do all 3. His number is a 4, and it's a 2. He didn't make it, and a 4. So he does not get a save roll. He is eliminated. So that's their 3 cards. Okay, so that set of 3 is over. So now it's my turn to make moves. I can make up to 6 moves. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to try to get that anti-tank in there, moving this way. So all we're going to do is we're going to move this rifle guy into there. Does not exhaust him, but I'm going to put a move token on him. He cannot use an action in the action portion. Okay, so that's 1 move. Now we're going to move those 2 guys there from the reserves into the combat position, and because it's a 2-man team. See, there's 2 counters down there. It's a 2-man team. Okay, they're going to move, and that's 2 actions. So now we're already at 3 actions. Now the 6 is for the whole board. Okay, and so let's see what we got. We got the guy in reserves over here, reserves up there. I can't move. We don't have anybody in reserves. Okay, so now we're gonna. Okay, so we're not going to be making any more moves. Now we can take up the 6 actions. Okay, now the first action I want to take. Actually, we're going to go back up over here. Actually, when these guys moved here, they were exhausted. They got exhausted. He did not get exhausted. So what you would do with the exhausted is flip over their counters. So I'm going to make 2 recovery actions for both of those guys. So that's 2 actions that I took. I recovered them, flipped them from exhausted to their normal side. Okay, so that's 2 actions. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to take some actions. We're going to pay a supply over here. This is called barbed wire. So we're going to be, one of these riflemen can lay down up to 2 barbed wire ones, and once he's got line of sight with. There's a line of sight, like he's D, and here's what. So he's got line of sight for both of these. So he's putting barbed wire there. So with those 2, and this is the 3rd action. We're going to take another action with these guys over here to put some barbed wire down. Okay, so let's see. He's a B. He can go there. And where are they coming up? And let's go here. Okay, so that's 4 actions. So now they do have line of sight with this guy right here. All right. So we're going to do an attack action. I don't know if I was on the pause or not, but I took 2 actions to lay down barbed wire. I'll just repeat them. Took one here and one over there. And the infantry guys can put them down into here in places where they have line of sight. Like he's a D. He's got a line of sight to this one and to this one. In the same way with over here, this guy. So that's 4 actions I take. So now what we're going to do is take an attack action. All right, and it does not cost us anything to attack. Okay, we're not using suppress, we're using attack. So, because he has line of sight with these guys, this machine gun does. He's a, what is he? Is an E. Yeah. So we're going to be using, we're going to roll 2 D6s. We got to go to 5 or higher. Here's the first one. 3. 6, okay. Now, the bushy gets a saving roll, and that's got to be a 1 because we're still in wave 1. Okay? And then, so this bushy is gone. Got him out that time. Okay. He went somewhere up here. All right, so that's 5 actions. I don't, I should probably just use the other one. I'm going to use the 6th action, and we're going to put some barbed wire up there too. Barbed wire, if a Japanese moves into it, gives them a -1 defense. Okay, so we're going to put this Marine here. He's an A and an A. I should have attacked right there, but I did. I forgot about that guy being there. Furthermore, he can't do it anyway because he recovered with those actions. He flipped from exhausted up. All right. Anyway, so that round is done. We're going to move on. Keep on moving on. Try to show you a few more things. I'm gonna play through wave 1. All right. Okay. These are very important, and you'll see why later. I'm going to ready a coast watcher. Okay, remember the guys, I forget their names right now, but okay, those were the guys, I forget their names now, that were out on that island. We're doing a great job of watching for incoming aircraft. So I'm going to put this coast watcher out there, and that's one card that we used. Okay, we already did that. I can move some more supplies over there if I want to. We'll see about that one. Oh, another coast watcher. All right, we're going to ready the second coast watcher too. This is going to be great. They provide a great defense, especially with the F4s. Okay. Now we're going to establish comms. Okay. First thing we want to do is establish comms out of here from Division Intelligence. And we got to get it established in these extra areas too. Okay. Right, so now we're going to send this one here. We're going to send reinforcements. What this is going to do is it's going to give me 6 points to spend on more weapons or units. Okay, I just changed this token out. I mistakenly put an NCO out there. And again, I'm going to have to get one pretty soon. So I've spent 6. That's 4 for this mortar team. The 2 for the weapon and 1 for each guy. So that's 4. Then I bought 2 more rifles. And I can place them anywhere I want as long as there's an opening. So these guys here are going to go in here to reserves over here to get a weapon over on this side, the mortar. And then these rifle guys, this one comes off of here anyway. Okay, we're going to put these guys over here. All right, so that's what the reinforcements was. That was this one right here. I spent 6. All right, and that's 4. Here we go. This is where I would be replacing now my LA Tactics cards. All right, we got Bombard with a battery gun, okay? It's a 70 millimeter artillery shooting in on us. We got to see what's hitting. Okay, it's going to be in area number 3. Now, to find out which position in area 3, we roll a D10. Because there's 10 positions here, 4 in those ones over there. Okay, and it's going into the number 1. So that's position right here. Okay, now there is a unit in there. Okay? So we're going to roll against that unit, and we're going to roll a D6. 1 through 3, it's destroyed. 1, 4 through 5, and 6. 4, 5, 6, it has to do a morale check. And we're doing a morale check. Okay. So now when we do a morale check, if it's a 1 or a 2, this guy retreats back to the reserve box. Okay. So if it's a 1 or a 2, they got to retreat back to the reserves. Above that, they're okay on the morale check. And this is 3, so they're okay. Now also, had they failed and there was an NCO, now NCOs are not out here yet, and there's also medics, I should be bringing them out there. They can add different support for different reasons. Like say he failed, he could have added support to turn that into a positive non-failure. All right, so that's all over. We got lucky, they all got in their holes on time and went down. Okay, here comes 3 Bettys in. Now here's what's good about this. There's 3 Bettys in this flight. First, now because I have an F4 out here, I have an F4, I'm going to take an F4 and I'm going to take 1 Coast Watcher. This means that they got the word in early that the bombers are coming, and they got up the altitude, and they fought off the Zeros, and they destroyed every one of the Bettys because I was able to take these 2 cuts. So now if they had not been able to take 2 of these things off, there's different things that would have happened. We would have rolled more dice against their defenses and so forth. But as it stands right now, they're all intercepted and destroyed. Now if I have another one that comes up now, we'll be in trouble because we don't have another F4. Okay, now we're going to be placing 1 infantry. Okay, we're using this. Find out where this infantry guy's going. And he's coming in here. All right, so we're going to try to do a suppression with the machine guns here. We're going to pay 1 supply because of that 3 there. They're going to get 3 suppression tokens to use. We're going to get 3 rolls. His defense is a 4. It's a 2 and another 2, and go figure that 3 2s. Boom, he is safe. Okay, now moves, the 6 moves again. Okay, like we did before, because you can have as many guys as you want in the reserve box. So we are going to move this guy out of here, and we're going to put the move on him so he doesn't use another token. Okay, so that's 1. Then we're going to move these 2 mortar guys in here, flip them over, exhaust them. Didn't before, so that's 3 moves because both of them moved. So that's 3 moves right there. We're going to use a 4th move over here and move this guy from this reserve position into that combat position right there. And like that one over there, that exhausts him. But when they do a move that exhausts them, when we get to the action phase, they can do a recover to recover themselves. So that's, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, let's do a 5th move. Let's do a 5th move. Let's get all these rifles in here. So we got a 5th move over to here. Exhausted. All right. So now we have actions to take. All right. So first of all, we're gonna recover all of these guys. We're gonna recover them. So that's gonna take 4 actions. Okay, that's 4 actions. what other actions could we take? Okay, we can take it fire. Let's does he have line of sight down here? What is down here? That's a B, and he's in a B. So we're going to fire with him. He gets 3 D6 rolls, and it's going to be 2 actions, so that'll be 6. So that's the most I can take. Okay? No, maybe we don't want to do that because that's going to exhaust them, and there's going to be no more recovery moves. So we're just going to let it set the way it is right now. Okay, back to my cards. The book says when you run out of these, you reshuffle. But when I finish a wave, I reshuffle after every wave. Just my way of doing things. We'll save those supplies to last. Okay, here's 6. We're gonna send some more reinforcements. We're going to buy some more. We're going to buy an NCO. All right. These cost 3. We got 3 more to go. And we're going to buy a, where the heck are they? The medics. Medic costs 2, so we got 1 more. We'll get 1 more rifle. Okay. So we're going to put the medic in over here. We're going to put the NCO in reserve over here. We're going to put this rifle in here. So there's the first one we used. We send in 6 reinforcements. Okay, here's another comms. Now we want these comms, and I'll show it first. And we're gonna now we have established communications between headquarters and this area down here, and there's some actions that can take because of that right now. So that comms one is done. Okay, we're gonna put our Coast Watcher back up again. See what I got here. And we're going to ready another Wildcat, because that is really important. I wanted to do a bombing run by that time, but in the patrol run, but I don't have them ready. So there we go with those. Okay, here we go with the Japanese. All right, we got another 100mm artillery attack. And this time they're attacking on this area again. And they're going to hit that guy. They're going after that area again. There must be a lowering in on there. Okay, so there is one there. Okay, this is a stronger. It's because it's 100mm, 1 through 4, and it's on the cards here. It's really nice. 1 through 4 is destroyed. 5 and 6 is a morale check. 1 through 4, and that is destroyed. So he is gone. Now, if I had had a medic next to him, a medic could have helped. And I got a medic up here, but he's not there yet, okay? All right, here we go. We're going to put another bushy into play. I keep laying them down. I can't remember where I put them. All right, here we go with the D4. 3. Okay, now this infantry gets pushed up to here, and this bush is going in there. So they're going to do a suppression check. So they're going to do a supply. Pay for 1. They get 3 suppression rolls because of that. So here we go. He's a 5. That's a 1. Machine gun does not run out of ammo. The battle would have been over if it was somebody else, but the machine gun doesn't run out of ammo. All right. And there's a 4. It's not enough. He needs a 5. And it's a 2, so he's safe. They're just not doing their job, but they are exhausted. Okay, so they hummed in on there twice. They finally got him, but they went to 100mm. artillery on that one. And here we go, we got another infantry coming in. See where he's going. This is getting a little exciting up here now. Then he's coming in on 2. Okay, so he's B. He's a B. Okay. These guys here, they're in C, but they don't have to have, they can do a mortar. Okay, and so they're going to do a suppression on him. And they're going to pay a supply, and to see that they get 6 suppression tokens. I'll put them up here. So 2, 4, 6. We'll use it. We'll run them down. And his defense is a 4. We missed him. But we got him that time. He's not a bushy, so he does not get a there. So he is out of there. But they are exhausted. That's the suppress action we just took. Okay, so that's all 3 of them. So now we got some moves to make. All right. So what I want to do. Okay, first of all, we want to get this medic in. We're going to move him over here. Put him there. This guy doesn't have that on him anymore. Okay, we're going to put him over there. We didn't lose anybody else. Thought about the NCO. I did buy an NCO. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move him back into there, which doesn't exhaust him, but he can't do an action, so we'll do this. We're going to move the NCO into there and suppress him. So that's 1, 2, 3 moves. Okay, 3 moves. All right, let's do actions now. We're gonna got a bunch of guys. There's 2 of them here. There's 2 recover moves, 4 recover moves, 5 recover moves, and 6 recover moves. That's it. That's all the actions I can take. 6. All right, we're back to my cards again. We're getting close to the end of wave 1. See if we can show you some more stuff here. Okay, we're going to do, we have a bomber over here in number 5. We're going to take this bomber, we're going to make a run on the light cruiser here, okay? So, what we're going to do is roll 2 dice, and if they get these hit, they'll get hits. If it's a 12, automatic 12 will get turned back. If it's not, it's a 10 or 11, we'll get a hit on there. And it's not, I've never got a hit on there. So the bomber action is over. You want to turn that back because at the end it's going to count to you. All right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to establish comms again. I think we're going to establish comms over here with these guys this time. Okay. Coast Watchers, I'm going to discard this one. Okay. Okay, we're going to ready some anti-aircraft again. Right here. And then the last one I got is anti-aircraft are ready a Wildcat, so we'll ready another 4. It's a 4, 6. Okay, I'm done. There's a patrol action too. You want to try to spot these and get this. This is a convoy, aircraft carrier convoy coming in. We've got to make sure that we keep supplies in the end, because in Bonsai we have to make sure that there's enough water and food for all of these people that we have. So here we go. Okay, we got a 100mm bombardment again. They were successful with it last time. They're going to see what they can do this time. This time they're homing in on section 1 up there. Oops, and it's going to be position number 4. Well, we don't have nothing in position number 4. So it's just it's a miss. Oh no, I have to go 4, and then I have to go back down 2. So it's going down to 3, which is right here. It's a bomb arms all over. That's a 3. So it's a 1 through 4 because it's 100 millimeter. 1 through 4 is a destruction, and he's gone. So he's gone. All right. Okay, here comes some more Bettys. I want to show you something different this time. So we're not going to take the Bettys out per se. And I hope I showed you that right. What we did was they got through and they had to bomb twice or 3 times. So they rolled the dice and they placed disruption markers out there on there. Okay. Okay, so now we had another one come in. I showed you AA. Now I'm going to show you the F4s. Okay, pull an F4 marker off of there out to here. Okay. Remove one more. Move the Wildcat, and there's a roll for each token. Roll 1d6 plus 2 versus 1d6 for the wild. So plus 2 is 6 versus the zeros coming in 3. So they won it. Okay, so that destroyed 1 Betty. So now they're going to get the bomb 1 time. And this one's on 11. So we go up here to 11 and we see it's already covered. All right, can't put it there. Move it up 1, can't put it there. So we're at 12. We're getting closer. We do not want to get them up there. We got to start fixing these places here. Okay, so that was the 3. I got to show you quite a few things there anyway. All right, here we go. My last cards, and then we're going to do 1 card to end the first wave. Okay. Okay. So the first one we'll do, because we want to try to keep it away from there, we're going to prepare one of the above, 13 or 14. Okay, we're going to repair 14 because it's the highest one. We take the disruption token off of there, and that's repaired. And then we can also repair another one there, or repair one of these. 18 doesn't need to be repaired. We're going to repair this 13 here. Oh, that's a 12. Okay. Yeah, we can repair one of these. 10. So that's 2. So then we would say, okay, we're gonna put another F4 back out here. Okay, so I have 1 more to go. And we'll just establish comms in the last section. Okay, now the last card of each wave, and it gets harder each time, is called the Bonsai card. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do in the Bonsai card is all the ILA counters are going to advance 1. Okay, we don't have none over here. We do have 1 here. So he's going to advance 1. Okay? Here's where the interesting one is, over here. He's at this section here, which he doesn't know which way to go. All right? So you're going to roll a d6. And it's 6. And then you look down here, he's going to be going this way. And then this guy's moving into here. That's the only other ILA counters we have out right now because we moved him. There's nobody over here. Okay. Then we're going to we're going to roll for the tanker. We're going to roll a 5 and 6 to see if the tank comes into play. It does not. The tank will come into play in a 5 or 6 and it goes into play up here. It does not. Now, the Yuri is going to this is where we're trying to get rid of him. He's going to be bombarding off from his ship, and we're going to be rolling 2 times. So we're going to roll the 3 dice 2 times. Okay. And we got a 10. And they get harder. Each one gets harder. And there we got a 12. Okay, we know 12 is already covered, so it's going to 13. I just did a lot of repair work on this one. Okay. Okay. Now we got to make sure they had enough water. All sectors remove 1 supply for up to every 4 units, including the reserve. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these 2 supplies are going off for their what do you call it? Water and food. Okay. And then we're going to be doing it over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 2. So you can run out of these things real quickly. And over here we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 1 coming out of there. Okay, now we got Henderson. So this, you got to make sure that the pilots are fed well on this thing. And so we're going to remove 1 supply for every 1 wildcat. There's happen to be 2 wildcats there, and we happen to have them. So now you can see that is, we will be proceeding on with the 2nd wave. Pretty interesting. You know, Vince did a good job with this. The rule book's lined up very, very nicely, and it's got all the different levels broke out, so easy to determine if you want to play the next level, what the cards to put in and how to do it and so forth. And so, you know, to go down there and hit that like button. Do you have this game? Check it out. Check it out. This is a good one. Valiant Defense series has always been one of my favorites. I have another one in it, only one other one in it. I'll probably pick up another one, but I've been waiting for this one. So that was your demo for the Battle for Henderson Field, Guadalcanal. Series designed by David Thompson, game designed by Vince Cooper, published by Dan Burson Games. SoCal Sabres say take care of yourselves out there, be kind to each other, and stay safe.